Well, strangely, the Red Bull hasn't changed massively since the beginning of the season. It's been very small little detail changes, which is a bit surprising because the cars obviously seems to be getting more and more competitive as the year's going on. So there's a few bits and pieces that we're just going to have a look at now to kind of catch up on what's been happening with the Red Bull. So if we just bring the car in. First thing is mirrors. Big talking point around Ferrari, obviously, about where they mounted up and thing.
Yeah.
Red Bull changed their mirrors quite early in the season. They've always had, since last year, a double mounting for the mirror pod, which Red Bull will probably tell you it's structural. Really, this is aerodynamics. They changed this actually at the first race, and you can see they changed the vertical mount to actually go all the way down over the front of the side pod inlet, which is clearly an aerodynamic thing. There's no reason to make it longer to make it work any better. So it just shows you the sort of little level of details. Now, when the FIA was complaining about Ferrari's halo-mounted mirror with the really overt wing, they said they would go back and look at other people's mirror mountings. Red Bull are one, Force India would be another one, which have 3 mounts. Nothing's been done there, which is a bit strange, but we'll let the season continue. So small change there. Biggest change on the Red Bull really has been in the sort of the barge board area, which continues to be the big area of development. So if we just move on, and quite usefully, we've got most of the other add-ons taken away, and you can see here what they've done. So the Red Bull barge board doesn't look a lot different, but when you start to look at the details, it's got a little bit taller, it's got more and more slots, the floor area has been broken up into more surfaces, and again, more slots and fins, which is kind of the way that everybody's going this year. No one's really coming up with any big new ideas, just breaking up every surface into more and more, and this just allows the barge boards to do their job of breaking the airflow around the car, keeping the front wheel wake away by creating lots of outwash. And it's clearly working for them. The next thing they did when changing these barge boards is what we call the boomerang wing, which is this big black carbon fibre arm. We just move over, you can see.
Yeah.
This was a bit shorter before, a bit simpler. Now it extends all the way out and mounts to the most outboard elements of the barge board package. And it's kind of strewn with lots of slots in order to shadow holes that are in the floor below. And this what we call, again, this boomerang thing has been very influential. Most of the teams run quite a large element here. And it's really good because it creates some downwash over the rest of the car. So it's directing airflow into the undercut around the side pods, which means it gets around to the diffuser so much more effectively. So all of the teams are running these, and they're getting bigger and bigger. And because the barge boards are below, they're having more and more slots. They're having to put these legality slots in. So lots of changes there. The other area that's really changed is this lower leading edge of the floor. So if we just roll along now, you can see lots of teams over the past few years have had these teeth on the front edge of the floor, and these break up the airflow, and it changes the pressure distribution under the car and also directs some of the airflow out away from under the floor. Red Bull, as we've seen with everything else, they've not really changed it, they just added more of everything. So it just kind of, you're turning the car up to 11 now in terms of the complexity that's around the car. So these bits have been coming over the past few races, and the Red Bull really is showing, despite the power unit, it's definitely one of the best chassis out there.